I decided to visit my best friend here, JB Bickerstaff. 22 years of NBA coaching, a lifetime lived in the NBA. Now I'm gonna hit you with some names. Obviously, you and I share all of the same people when it comes to our growth in this game, the people we owe, the people that taught us everything we know. Let's start with Mike Brown.
He was my first job. You know what I mean? I worked for Mike Brown as an intern in the video coordinating room when I was like 15 years old, somewhere around there. He taught me how to cut film. He taught me how to study film, how to watch film, you know, at that age. He's a guy that all the way coming up, like, you know, he looks out for you, he takes care of you. And the best thing about Mike Brown, you know, in a league that can get kind of squirrely, is if Mike says something, he's gonna do something, it's happening. Right? It's not well, maybe. It's
he's doing it.
Yes, he's gonna do it. Since I've known him, you know, 12 years old, 13 years old, like he's been the same type of person, you know, willing to do more and go above and beyond. You learn how to organize. Like he's one of the most organized, well-prepared coaches that we've seen. And then the ability to coach high-level players. So he's left a huge impact on me for sure.
This is what we want. We want this right here. All right? We want the challenge. And we want to take it on. That's why this is a 48-minute game.
I wouldn't even be doing it. You know, he made the call to me. I'm thinking I still can play. I'm gonna go take some crap overseas gig and get sent home because I can't score in the gym by myself. And Brownie was like, yo, you're going to Miami. This guy, Eric Spoelstra, who I used to play against at USD Portland games, he's got an opening. His guy got homesick and went home. You're the guy.
Right. You're
taking it. I took it, and here we are,
yep,
right?
Exactly.
And throughout that whole time, again, we're not emotional dudes, you and I, but Brownie had a great way of being level through all of my stuff. When I was mad at this or down about this, or he just had that way of like guiding you through it with sound advice and telling you stuff you don't want to hear too sometimes, right? And that's painful, but coming from him, you know you're getting the truth and he's doing it for the best of you, you know? And so that's one of our guys. Tim Grgurevich. What has Tim Grgurevich meant for you? For the people out there who don't know, Tim Grgurevich is, I think, the best assistant coach the league has ever had. He is the father of player development. And we were lucky enough to catch him early as kids still trying to play when he was a coach in I actually met him when he was coaching UNLV with Tart. He was recruiting everybody but me from my high school team. But what has he meant to you and this whole journey of yours?
I mean, as we go obviously way back, go back with Gerg all the way to pump camp when I was getting ready to be a sophomore in high school. And he would come to the camp and he would work us out at the camp. And I was amazed at how, like, he was old then, but how physical and active, you know what I mean? Like this old man was during all these drills.
Everybody.
Yeah, but like the way he taught, you know, was the thing that stood out to me. And the way that he would be a part of the process. We were always on the floor.
Always.
We were given sweat equity. And the guys respect that and appreciate that when you're out there working with them, you're out there grinding with them, it means a lot more to them than just standing on the side and yelling and screaming. So Gerg showed us, you know, he showed us the way, what an assistant coach's job means for a head coach and how to be a great assistant coach.
Yes.
You know, which obviously helps translate to when you become a head coach. So he's one of those guys, again, that was pushing the envelope. There's so many of us that came up under him and his style. And you look around.
You can't even count.
Right. It's impossible to count. But you look at the player development and how it's grown and to all these workout guys and all that, you know, Instagram, whatever it is, like it started with him and his ability to pull a group together to go out and do it and then grow it.
When we first started, the behind the bench staff was one coach and like another guy. He literally created like 5 jobs.
Tim Grgurevich, longtime NBA coach for several different guys in the league through the decades, being honored for a Lifetime Impact Award.
Now the last name, obviously, I know you talk a lot about him and what he means to you, and it's clear what he means to you, but he's your dad. But let's talk about Bernie, because Bernie set the table for me on my recruiting visit, and I had never met him, right? So for people that don't know, Bernie is a University of San Diego grad, Torero, same as me, same as Mike Brown, Borrego, Chris Grant, Eric Musselman. None of this happens without your dad. None of it. And all USD showed me was the coach for the Denver Nuggets went here. This guy. And it was a black man at pretty much a predominantly white campus. And I was like, he made it to the NBA from here? Yeah. I'm in. Right. But the fact that he had a route to the league and like was thriving, Brownie was just finishing school and was about to go do his internship in Denver. And I tell the story about how your pops waited for him. Yeah. From the standpoint of so he could finish school, and then tell me more about your pops.
Right. Well, Mike Brown, obviously trying to help University of San Diego as much as he possibly could. My dad had a position available, and they were looking to fill the position, but at the time, Mike needed to finish up school. So they actually let Mike stay, finish school, held the position empty, figured it out amongst themselves until they could get Mike there, get him on board and
like
have him do the job.
right?
Yeah, it was like December, I think it was, something like that, by the time he finished. So
unheard of, by the way. No one holds jobs for anybody in this league to that point.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I was just like, we always laugh about it because Mike had this red pickup truck. Yeah. And he drove the little red pickup truck from San Diego to Denver
all the way
so that he could get there and do the job. And that's like the beginning of it all, right? With Mike. And obviously, like my dad, and I'm clearly biased.
For sure.
But the way that he's operated through his time in the league, to go from being an assistant coach to a head coach to a general manager to a president, and having done all that through the league and opened doors for other black men to be able to do it.
All of us.
At the time, he was doing jobs that they weren't, allowing many black men to do, and the way they lead organizations and, be the CEO basically of the basketball side of the organization. They weren't giving people those opportunities. And he was one of the guys that was fortunate enough, but he was good enough. And that's what most important to me is, like, he didn't stop it with himself. Like we talk about Mike Brown, we talk about you, we talk about me, Jamal Mosley, Lloyd Pierce, like, Wes Unseld Jr. Like you can go on and on and on. A list of guys that have been impacted or doors opened for because of the things that he's done through the history of this league. And I think, a lot of times his jobs were difficult because his jobs were rebuilds. Right, so you had to build a program from the bottom, continue to develop it, help it get better and to a point where it was competitive.
Basically, the way I like to describe it is that we've all got to get on the same page before we become a good team, and that is our goal. First of all, to become a good basketball team.
But you saw that he got multiple opportunities because he was able to do the job, and I think that's the thing that I'm most fortunate and proud about. Is like, I tell people this all the time. It's like, I never had to look outside my house for a role model.
No.
Right? Like, I grew up and my mom and dad were my role models. And
we don't even if we get into mom, Bernie ain't even the star of the family.
Right.
Mom's is the star of the family.
Right. So, and we know that. We all know that.
We all know that.
But it was just like one of those things where she was a school teacher, he was a basketball coach. Like, it just lent itself for me to find a way into the business
and
then have the skills to be able to do it because I learned from them.
No, the thing, like, and I think we all feel this. Anytime I got fired or I did something that was a little like, maybe I should have said that, or like, I was always worried about how he saw it. I didn't care about him and Pat were probably the only two people that I care, like, oh, they probably looking at me like, you jack. Like, what are you doing? Like, come on, like, you better than that. I was always concerned, is this Bernie Bickerstaff, is this to his level? Because of what you said, like, we just weren't getting that job, right? And for him to do those jobs, not only well, but just the class. Like, that's what all the old heads tell me about your pops. Like, if you talk to a Pat Riley or a Pop, when guys that had to compete against him, they don't just talk about the ferocity of the competitor, but they talk about the epitome of class. And that's the thing that stands out to me about your pops. Is just like, for me, he's regal. You don't have to say this. I can say it clearly. I am biased. We got to get him in the Hall of Fame. For what he's contributed to this league and, like you said, the doors that he's just blown off for all of us, all of the stereotypes and the misconceptions and all. He crushed all of that, right? You can never hang your hat with a stereotype on Bernie Bickerstaff because he cut his own mold out. And so we got to get that done, folks. We got to get Bernie and Gerg into the hall. So those are my two big pitches to the basketball world.
I agree.
I appreciate you having
Thank
this
you.
sit down. This was not my plan, folks. I was coming out here to kick it and hang out, but NBA put me to work. Why not? I get to hang out with JB Bickerstaff and the Detroit Pistons. You guys just got an inside look.
All right. Appreciate you.